Hi everyone, and welcome back to your English grammar lesson. Today we're going to learn all about contractions with not. Now, this is super useful, right? I use it all the time. So our learning goals today are to learn how to combine a verb and not to make a contraction. Don't worry, it's not hard. You probably already understand it, but let's go through it together. First, a verb. What does a verb do? Well, a verb shows the action that's related to the subject, right? What is happening to the subject? What are they doing? What are they thinking? What's happening, right? But when something is not happening, we need to make the verb negative, right? Because if I say running, well, that is happening. The running is happening, but what if the running isn't happening, right? We have to put the verb not on there. We have to make a negative. So to do this, instead of having two words, right? Running, not, right? Do, not. We can combine them into a contraction. So what is a contraction? Well, a contraction is joining, putting two words together to make one shorter word, right? I don't know what that was. It was a ghost somewhere, right? But a contraction joins two words together to make one shorter word. Now, it's here. I remember it's here. It's on my right. Okay, here is a common, these are the common contractions that are made with the verb plus not. Wow, that noise confused me a little, but that's okay. Things happen. So you can look at this chart and see how they combine the most commonly used negative contractions with verbs. And there's a lot of them, right? Well, not really. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. There are 16 commonly used ones. But look at the chart. I see two red ones, don't you? Those are what I would call the irregular ones, right? Everything else makes sense. It's the word plus N apostrophe T. Oh, okay, I see the pattern. But those red ones, ooh, they got you, right? They're irregular. Will not is won't. Well, where'd that O come from? I don't know, it doesn't matter. Just remember the two weird ones, right? That's so easy. People are like, oh, there's so many to remember. Not really. Just to remember the two little ones, you know? Cannot, right? Well, now it's can't. Cool. Those two didn't quite fit, right? One, we got rid of the extra N, and then the other one, we threw an O in there. And yeah, just remember the two weird ones, okay? You could write these down in your journal, which I recommend, like I said before, just to have it in case you need to check. Now, not is not. Ooh. Not is not part of the verb phrase, because it isn't a verb. Not is not a verb. Yeah. Contraction N apostrophe T is not part of that verb phrase either, right? When we shrink it down, it's not part of the verb phrase. Ah, I see. It's just a negative added on to the verb phrase to explain that verb phrase, but it's separate, okay? It's not part of the verb phrase. It probably doesn't matter. In 99% of the time you'll speak English, no one will ask you this question, but if you have a question on a test, well, there you go. Now you know. But for the rest of you, it doesn't matter. Don't worry. It doesn't matter at all, okay? Now, let's take a look at practicing these, okay? Because I'm sure you get this. It's not too hard, but let's do it and pay attention to the tense, right? Because some of those negative verb contractions, well, they don't go with present tense or future tense, right? They're clearly past tense verb. Let's take a look at this first one. Lindsay is our subject. Okay. Our verb is cannot. Okay. And it's present tense. Oh, so we have to make a sentence with Lindsay cannot do something, and we have to add detail. What can't she do, right? Let's take a look at my sentence. Ready? Lindsay can't. Oh, we conjugated it, right? Lindsay can't. We made that contraction. Sleep. Why? Because her neighbors are too loud. maybe loud like whatever that boom was a minute ago, right? So if we look at the pieces I broke down here, who? Lindsay, our subject. What? Can't sleep. Why? Because her neighbors. What did her neighbors do? They're too loud, right? They are too loud. Her neighbors are too loud. Okay. Let's try another one. The subject is the woman. The verb is should not. Okay. And it's still present tense. Cool. So remember, add these details. Let's take a look at mine. The woman shouldn't. Okay. Shouldn't what? Eat the cake. Why? On her diet, right? When, right? It's not why, right? Because on her diet, it's not really why, it's when, right? She shouldn't eat that cake on her diet. That makes sense. See, when I said why, I was looking for a reason. Why shouldn't she, right? Why shouldn't you eat that cake? But the extra detail we added was when. When shouldn't she eat? That's why I changed that last part from why to a when. We explained when, not why, right? If we would have said, the woman shouldn't eat cake, why? Because she's on her diet. That would be a why, right? But we didn't say the because. We didn't give a reason. So it's just when. On is time, right? We're on time. On her diet. Okay. I get it. It's not hard at all, right? No problem. We already can do this. This is simple. It's just easy. N apostrophe T. Cool. Let's try a future tense one. Okay? So our subject is I, and the verb will not. Will is future. I get it, Chris. I get it. Future. No, I understand. Let's add some detail to this, right? You ready? Here's mine. I won't. We've made it. We've made that contraction. I won't. What? Travel. When? This year. Why? Because of the virus. Which is true. Yeah, it's true. So who? I. What? Won't travel. When? This year. Why? Because of the virus. We gave a reason. Cool, right? It's not too bad. Let's try another one. How about a past tense, right? Let's try a past tense verb with the negative contraction. Whew, sounds hard, but it's not, right? Our subject is they. The verb is could not. Okay. And it's past tense. Let's add some detail to this too. Here's mine. They couldn't. So in the past, they couldn't do something in the past. What couldn't they do? They couldn't eat lunch. Why? Because the restaurant was closed. I hate when that happens. You're so hungry, you're so ready to eat, and it's like closed. I like to eat. Okay, so not so bad, right? What are contractions with not? Let's review this, right? Contraction is one shorter word formed by putting two words together, right? And in this case, we combine the verb with the negative not to make our contraction. I feel like the explanation for a lot of English grammar is just so big for a simple thing, right? That's why I always say, let's do it. Let's try it, and you'll see the pattern so much easier, right? Because this kind of stuff confuses me too. Sometimes I'm looking at the book like, how do I tell people how to do this? I'm right there with you. Don't worry. Here, I remembered. Here is the chart. Pause the video, write it down in your notebook if you forgot. I told you before, I don't know how you forgot already, but there it is again. Now, I think you're ready. Let's do our practice quiz test thing, okay? So your directions are form a contraction, right? Form a contraction with the word not, and complete each sentence. So you can choose present, past, or future. It's up to you and whatever verb is there, because it might not be a choice. Try your best, right? Pause the video, write your answers down, and we'll come back and we'll check mine. And remember, you can always send me what you wrote so I can check them for you. Leave a comment or send them to me directly. All right, pause the video now. Now, I am sure that you paused the video and wrote your answers, but if you didn't, you should know how to do this by now. Unless this is your first video you're watching, which is really out of order. So pause the video, write your answers, because we're going to look at my answers right now. Okay, I'm ready, you're ready, let's get ready. Number 1, we don't. We don't what, right? This is present tense. We don't what? We don't have any power, right? We don't have any power after the storm. Oh, it was a bad storm and power's out. No fun. Number 2, I wouldn't, what wouldn't you do? I wouldn't do that if I were you, right? Like maybe your friend sees you do something badly. I wouldn't do that. Your mom's gonna hit you. Probably will. Number 3, he can't swim, so he should take lessons. That's smart, right? Number 4, Daisy doesn't what? Daisy doesn't like to fly. Okay, so she usually drives. I think flying is easier and safer. Number 5, Chan didn't, past tense, Chan didn't what? Complete his homework on time. Or not homework, oh, I'm sorry. It's always homework. Teacher Chris. Didn't complete his work on time. That's even worse. Homework is just a student, but work could be work. Sounds dangerous. And number 6, you haven't finished your practice. Sounds like something mom would say, right? You haven't finished. Okay. I hope this lesson was easy. It didn't seem too long. I hope it didn't feel too long. Remember, send me your answers. Leave a comment with your answers either way, and I will help you and tell you, yeah, good job, okay? And I'll see you for the next lesson. Bye.